East Hartford, Connecticut, home to the Yukon Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the Yukon Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Yukon will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And, Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He makes a catch. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's got an open man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Romero. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Yukon Huskies offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arizona escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Wildcats fans could have done without this one being so close. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. UConn quick to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Pressure coming. Got his man on the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. This UConn offense really has it going.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those
and they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Here we go. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Oh, that could have been disaster if he'd snagged that pick. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
UConn will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Hands it off. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback will audible. Leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. After run, now throw. Grab near the marker. It's McNamara. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's McNamara. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And he added the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The UConn offense goes back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can.
And that ball is live in the backfield. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. UConn will have to punt it away. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here come the Irish back on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
2nd down coming up. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 2nd and 1, and they're going to make them line up to defend the pass. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Reels it in down the left side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's kind of tough when QBs drop back and they're trying to protect the football and throw it. A lot of times you get some good shots, and if you rip at that football, you can cause an even bigger play and get that fumble to go with the sack.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Gets it out quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Savage. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletion.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking to go up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UConn going back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
On third down, going up top. Finds a man on the right. He's off to the races. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Huskies line it up with a 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Huskies want to move quickly. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He got it.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. This time on target. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the target. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. fair catch, called for and made. The UConn offense goes back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. And the Huskies in the hurry up. From the gun, running back gets to give. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This UConn offense really has it going. They go to the ground.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete to the right. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
At midfield, he's got room. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. That's caught. It's McNamara.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. UConn going back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all...
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, that's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions and you've got to put something together, the last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock...
Can anyone catch him? Give him 105 yards on the ground and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away. Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments to find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
42 Spider. 4-2
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The UConn offense goes back to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the catch on the left. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it on first down. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The aerial assault continues. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. UConn quick to the line. Dialing up a second down pass play. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Unleashes one. Connection to the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. He's going for the big play. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again.
Flip it.
Trying to find his man on first down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
2-9.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters.